Hi, this is Linda with Casey Creations by Linda. I've got a really super cute tutorial to do for you. It is from Digital and SVG Designs for You. The kit is available in her shop right now, and it is called Autumn Whispers Belly Band. It's very interactive. I love this little guy. Let me show you what we've got going on here. Move the papers out of the way so you can just focus on this little guy. Got a beautiful fussy cut rose here, little butterfly, some little labels, little numbers there. The rest is printed. We've got a little tag on there. I put some jute and little eyelet right there. This little band here, and I'm going to show you without the mistake I made on this one. As you can see, my butterfly, well, I'm just tootling along and I glued him down. We're not going to make that mistake on the other one. I glued a little butterfly there. Here is our little expanding envelope. He's got little gussets here, as you can see, and he is full of cards. All this ephemera comes in the kit, plus some more, so you have a wide selection of what you want to pick from. Get him all back in here. 2 on each side. And he fits back in the little band right there. And as you can see, the little tab that holds the envelope top down finishes out the image on the little envelope itself. He's got a little spine there to give him some room. This has a pocket on this side for these cards. It has another pocket on this side for these guys. Here's the little band. And we have got, I get my fingers in here. You know how my old fingers work. There we go. We've got 2 more here. And I do back mine with another layer of cardstock. It's not printed. I actually glue it down onto some of the backing paper. And you can do whatever you want. You can print on the other side if you would like. Here's another one. And here's another little card. It's even backed on the back. And that's what we're going to be making. Also, she gives you these 2 beautiful big cards that we can slide underneath. Get our little pieces out of the way here, and I'll show you all the papers we're going to be working with. Now, I did print on the back of this. I chose the polka dots. This is our actual band. And this is the other piece. This piece is going to go right here, and I'm going to show you. Here's our embellishments there. Also backed both of those. Here's our envelope that went in our little band here, right here. And I did back it also, because I don't want to see the white when I open up the little guy. There's the pretty rose that was on the front, our little autumn label. And we have all of our ephemera here. Now you can back this if you want, or you can do like I do and actually glue it down to one of the papers. That is totally up to you. I did not back mine. There's our 2 big cards that I showed you. She actually gives us a journal page, and I did print on the other side of mine. That would be folded like so. And then we have our backing papers. There's some beautiful brown with cream colored dots. Beautiful autumn leaves. We've got some grid paper. And faintly behind the grid, you can see these beautiful autumn leaves. We've got this beautiful piece here. And I am missing a piece. I didn't print it out, and I'm sorry. I'll show you. It's a darker piece. Or maybe I didn't. Yes, I did. What's wrong with me? It's our polka dots. So we got all that. So what I'm going to do now off camera, so you don't have to be bored with me cutting and gluing over and over, I'm going to get all my pieces prepped. I'm going to lay them all out. I'll show you how to score it. So if you've got a scoreboard, that's great. If not, you can use a ruler. I use this scoreboard. A trimmer, if you've got that. If not, you can use a craft knife. You need some glue of your choice. And I always distress ink everything. And that's totally up to you also. So I'll be right back. Alright, I've got all my pieces done. I've got some scoring, but I'll go through that, show you how I've done it. Also, I'm a visual person. I like to see people do things. Hence, that's why I do the tutorials. A lot of other people like to read and follow along. She does give you 4 pages of instructions. So now you have both. Whichever works for you, I'm fine with. This is our base pieces. And what I did, and I've got all mine inked, so mine look a little bit different than yours right now, is you're going to score right here where your little flap is, and that will be folded. This is folded like so. This becomes your front, this becomes your middle, and then we add the back piece to it. So all I did was I lined this up on the 3, and I scored, and then on the 6, and I scored. It's 3 inches wide. This flap, or your back piece, does not require any scoring at all. And I have put mine back in the printer and printed on the other side. Now you're going to fold this one in on the right. Okay, this one we're going to fold this way, and I'm going to show you how I do mine. We're going to put glue, and like I said, glue of your choice. Unless you have a super duper glue stick, I wouldn't use a glue stick. We're going to put glue all on the flap. And take our piece. We're going to line it up right up against it. Bring our piece up. Make sure that it is pressed right up against it like so, as tight as you can get it. Because when we fold it, it's going to give itself room to move. Gently press it down. Then you're going to fold it like so. Give it a press. And there we go. It's just like so. That is the absolute hardest part there is. And that wasn't hard at all. I want to ink this edge right here, just because I'm an inker. And as I've told you, that is a preference. Now, what we're going to do is, because these are going to become a pocket on the top and a pocket on the bottom, we're going to get our middle, and this measures 8.5 inches, I do believe. Let me measure here. Yes, 8.5 inches this way. It's 3 inches wide. We're going to find our center, about right there. And I'm just going to put a little line here. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is my center. Tiny line of glue, not thick at all, just like about that. I'm going to press that down. Now we've formed our 2 pockets, and we're going to do the same in the back. Again, let's find our center. Put a little line right there. Make sure I'm gluing it correctly. Yes, I am. Put a very thin line and press it down. Now what we need to do is glue here. We're gluing, this is our top piece, this is our middle piece. I'm going to put a thin line of glue at the top. Flip it over, glue the back to the middle. On the bottom, we're going to do the same thing. Thin line of glue. And on the back. We have a pocket here. Once it's glued down, we have a pocket here, we have a pocket here, here, and here. Okay. Now we're going to glue our band on here. This makes the little pocket, or the little band, belly band, for our envelope. Now when you glue it down, you want to kind of, if you can look at mine, let's get some kind of measurements. We're at approximately 1, 2, 3, about 3.5 inches down is where I'm going to glue this. And as you see, it hangs off just a little bit on the edge. So I'm going to get my 1, 2, 3.5, and I'm going to put some glue there. Line it up. Put a little glue on the side, on this side, and glue our band down. Now, on the bottom, this part here, we're going to take our little paper, we're going to glue him down. And then over that goes our little tag. And then I put a butterfly here. I pick the rose again to put here. There is another flower if you like this one better. You can put it there instead of the one I chose. And then we have the other embellishments that go on that. So I'm moving up to glue this little guy down about 1/2 inch from the bottom. And, excuse me, you can glue him all the way down because the envelope doesn't slide that far down. It slides right to the top of it here, as you can see. So about there, glue it all down. And you notice some of the edge is hanging off. So I'm not going to glue right to the edge. Just leave a little bit there. About 1/2 inch up from the bottom. And you can center it however you like. We're going to glue our little tag. I already put my eyelet and I put some twine on it. On the other one I did jute, so I thought I'd do twine this time. And we're going to glue him down. Again, center the way you would like it. We have our little number here. And you can embellish it any way you want. This is just what I chose. This is the way she gave you the example, and I really liked it, so I'm sticking with it. So just kind of glue that down. Now you have a choice here because of the stem. You can overlap it, which is what I'm going to do, or you could put it underneath. But I don't want any of my rows covered up, so I'm going to glue it on the top. Then we have our little A. And the little circles she gave you here, they are perfect for a 3/4 of an inch circle punch. So you don't have to cut them out by hand if you don't want. If you've got a 3/4 inch punch, just put them in there. Get our W. And you're asking why an A and why a W? Because the set is called Autumn Whispers. And it goes like that. Now let's get our beautiful rows. Now when we glue down the rows, remember our envelope goes in the little band here. So we don't want any part of this glued down, just the top here where it covers up the autumn definition, along this side, and then all the rest of it. And a little trick that I do sometimes, let me grab a little scrap piece of paper here, cut one off. You can lay something there while you're gluing. That way, if you were to overglue, you can push it down and it'll blot off onto that. So you kind of position them like you want, kind of get an idea of about where to put your glue on the top. Put it there, just in case. And I want to put a little bit right here on that edge. Let me take them off and do that for you so you can see it better. Just on the edge there. We've got that. So we're down to about the leaf there. And again, this is your preference. You move it however you want to move it. Just do not cover up that band. Like I did, and I had to cut my poor little butterfly in half. I was just gluing along, having a good old day, and I went, oh my gosh. So we all make mistakes. That was mine. My big boo-boo. Okay, let's get him going here. Already got my glue there. Just kind of arrange him here. We could even bring it up like that if we wanted. Have it on the top. Give it a press. Make sure there's no glue under there. I don't feel any. Alright, we've got that part done. Oh, I put a little butterfly also. This little guy. I picked the yellow one. I'm just going to put him just like so. I'm just going to glue the tip right here to the rose, and then I can glue all the rest of him down. There we go. Just like that. Alright, let's make our little butterfly here. This is the one poor little guy, I had to cut him in half, squished him. So we're only going to glue the bottom portion that sticks on top of our label here, okay? And we'll just kind of get a guesstimate of where that is. About there. I'm going to leave the top portion of him no glue. He's free, and our little envelope will slide underneath him. you want it to hang off a little bit, however you would like it. Raise it up if you don't want that much covering the rose. It's totally up to you. Again, make sure I didn't get any glue. Nope. So there, we have that part. Now we have our envelope. I have scored mine, and before you cut it out, it tells you exactly where to score. I followed that. You have your little spine there. See how it folds? Like so. You score here on each side. And this is what's going to make our concertina. I folded one for you so you can get an idea of how it goes. Then it would come up here, glued to the back, and you have all that opening in there. We used to call them expandable folders. So the way I did it is I folded it in, then I took the edge here and I folded it to the fold on the outside there. See, folded in half. It was like this. I folded it in, folded it over, and then I'm going to fold it. Take the fold here and fold it again in half, right up to the edge. And that gives our little concertina fold. Go in there. I didn't press hard enough, so let me fix my boo-boo. There we go. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to put glue on the ends right here. And on this one. Fold it in. Just fold it up. Make sure that it goes along the side of your envelope there on the back. Just give it a press. And the same on this side. Got these little pieces folded in there. You see how I'm doing that? Like so. And I'm matching it up against that edge right there. Just give it a press. So now we have all this expanding part here with our little gussets on each side. That's where we're going to put our cards in. Now we have our little tab here. And if you want, you can take your bone folder. Give it a press if you want. And we have all our little cards that go on the inside. Here they are. And she's giving you more than we need. There's 3 of each. You can pick and choose what you want. But it's going to be, what I did is I put 2 in each of the little folds there. And it would probably hold another one if you wanted. Put one in the front one. And it folds over like so. See our little fold there? Gives us nice space. And let's find our little thing that this is going to go over here. And as you can see, if you match it up, it'll be in the perfect spot for the flap. So we're just going to put glue on each of the sides. You can put glue on the bottom. It won't hurt a thing as long as you don't put a lot. Just put a thin line of glue on each end of it. Fold it over. Get it lined up. There we go. You can kind of see where you're getting it. You can see the lines there of that flower coming off. That matches up right there, right here, and the petals. You just fold it under, stick it in like that. There he is. He's gonna go right here. And when it's new, it's always tight. And remember, this will be glued down, so it makes it much easier than me holding it. But now we've got that. Okay, let's do our little cards that go in the side. Now these are directional. If this one goes on the left, this one goes on the left. Put them this way, everybody's upside down. So we've got our back one. And stick it in here. And if it gets a little tight, the little trick is, let me grab a ruler here. And they do, when you make something, it's always tight, but it always loosens up. Just kind of give it a little, you can kind of torque it like so, if you can see that. That just expands it a little bit. I do this on everything. And because I backed mine, it makes mine tighter. So if you didn't do any backing, like I did with an actual layer of cardstock, and you just print it on the back of yours, you would have a little bit easier time than me. But mine are extra thick. Alright. Got them all stretched out. Let's see. Yep, he fits a little bit better there. And we have these little guys to put in also, but we've got a little bit of embellishing to do on those first. And you could push them in as much as you want. Like I said, mine are thick because I backed them. But I like that. But you can't push them in. Okay, these little guys. These go on top of those cards. I have all my little circles already punched out here. And you can use whatever you want. If you like the numbers, or here's some other ones. Or if you want, you can glue the number down and back it with one of the other ones. I just kind of like the little numbers. And we're just going to put it about halfway down the circle. We'll flip it over. Make sure our writing is right side up. Get them lined up there. And the next one. There's a lot more, if you've got this kit and are following along, there's a lot more butterflies that you could embellish however you like. Again, gluing it about halfway down. Get one of the back pieces. Make sure I got him. Yeah, he's good. You could glue some butterflies onto the cards. I think when they're backed with the other one, I think it just finishes it off a little bit better. If you didn't want to back it, I would ink up that so it's not white. You know how I am about white. I don't like any little white edges showing. go. These little guys slip in here, and you can move them around, position them however you want. One up, one down. You could put them in the middle, like so, whatever you would want to do. Let's pull this little guy out a little bit so he's even. There. Now, we've got him all made. Here's our journal page that she gave us, and I printed on the back. Just fold it in half. That would make this piece 8.5 by 5.5. I would ink around the edges. Then we would glue him down just like so. You would just put some glue underneath here and underneath here and glue them down on your page. Then you can take your big cards that she also provides, and they just slide in just like so. Just like that. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I made everything clear so it was easy for you. Here's our two little guys, and also, if you remember, I did a tutorial, same set on this little guy, so it would be great as embellishments in the journal. This is the little stuff folder that I made, and there is a tutorial for this also. But stop on over by Digi and SVG Designs for You, get your kit, and have some fun. She's also got the complete journal kit, and the ephemera kit is coming out very shortly, so you have enough to make an entire journal. Thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. Until next time, stay crafty. Bye-bye.